Hello people YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do just a quick video because I want to get it up to my YouTube channel kind of pretty quick, so I want to keep it under X amount of minutes, but I'll probably end up waffling on a lot more than usual. Because today I've got a busy schedule. I'm planning a live streaming because we're doing versus the pros, which for people who don't know, we play against the real live tournament that's happening at the moment, which is the Players Championship at Sawgrass. So we're playing it on the PGA Tour 15, Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. I call it PGA Tour 15. And we're also playing it on the golf club, so we've got like two versions of it running. So we played the PGA Tour version first in the afternoon, and we played the golf club version at night live. So what I maybe plan to do is, I don't know whether to play both live. So I may stream about 2 o'clock, that's British time. 2 o'clock, maybe between 2 and 3, I don't know. And I'll live stream the golf club version, do that first, and then do the PGA Tour one later today. So I've got those videos to do. I might even get my F1 Grand Prix race done with Azerbaijan Baku circuit. So I've got that to do. Nicolin's upstairs meowing. My wife's in a shower, so he's outside the door shouting on her. So that's what I want to do. But there's also other things that I want to do. I'm going to start this. The link's at Kaluna Meadows. So I'm just going to play this just to get something in the background going. But the one thing that I actually discovered, I've been trying to get information on the PGA Tour, like the next version coming out, and
hello there, and welcome.
I've sort of struggled to find. Somebody said,
see what we can do out there.
I mean, I don't know if this is true or not. Somebody said that there's going to be an announcement at E3, but I don't think that it is. I can't find anything about it. Let's get this tee shot away here. Not really worried about scoring this course, just want to have something to kind of do in the background. I might work in my playing golf and talking at the same time skills. In fact, to answer a question, somebody said that I could record it and then like voice over at a later date, and I can't do that with the Elgato software. But the only thing with that, when I talk live, it's just off the cuff. It just happens. Whereas if I had to structure a commentary, I don't know, I might kind of muck it up a bit more than normal. Just I don't know why. It's as if there's more pressure on it. Right, where do we want to hit this? Let's go 5 on, add a bit of loft. No, don't want to add a bit of loft. What am I doing? That's 167. It's one. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Jeez. So I was sort of thinking about doing that, but it'd probably take too much time. I'll just go with I like to kind of commentate as I play. Well, that's quite a nice shot actually.
Alright, you're putting
so that was a question that was asked. Quite a good question actually. Here. But I think I'm more a kind of live guy, even though I do talk too much and I maybe don't concentrate enough on my golf. But golf's a kind of game where you can break between putts and shots, so it's not bad that way. But I'm going to talk about EA Sports for the next bit, because as I say, I was trying to search to see if the new game was maybe due out this summer. But what I mean, I just can't find any information about it. The Golf Club 2 is getting released. I think it's the end of June. Is it June the 27th? And usually, I know the last PGA Tour 15, which is coming on almost 2 years, dropped on July. It dropped on the Open Championship, which was sort of the third week in July. But I've been trying to find information, and I typed in EA Sports PGA Tour release date, and it comes up. You've got the official site, so obviously you're going to get nothing from the EA Sports site. Latest news, again, it's the official one. Wikipedia, and then you go to this, which is sportingnews.com. And this post was posted the 2nd of February 2017, and it basically goes over EA Sports still thriving in 2017 despite some high profile failures, and it basically goes on to talk about I think they released the kind of financial status, like games that are making obviously much, like for instance FIFA. Oh, dropped my pad here. FIFA's
Okay,
probably
hole
the
number
biggest
2.
selling
Let's see what
game.
you can do here.
It was sales were up 8% in the same period as in 2015. And it just basically tells you like FIFA, and it goes to the Madden NFL 17 biggest contributors in the rise of digital revenue. Ultimate Team modes helped to generate 800 million in revenue. And then it goes on to tell you about the struggles of the NBA Live franchise, because they're up against NBA, you know, what is this 2K? 2K games have got the NBA 2K17. So they're actually struggling against that franchise. And then it goes on, NBA, it's obviously quite a big game. It's not my favourite basketball. And it goes down here, it says, looking ahead to the fiscal year 2018, April 2017 to March 2018, EA also announced that Madden NFL 18 will transition to the Frostbite engine, which is what the PGA Tour is on at the moment. This is 151. What do you want to hit this? Wind's behind, so that's playing probably at 1-4. We'll put a bit of loft on this here. Where was it? Right, so going over to Frostbite engine. Frostbite made its debut in team sports game last year with FIFA 17, and also featured in 2015 Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. The engine is adept at producing improved graphics, realistic characters, character models, which better display emotions, new environments, and we're in the bunker, and faster loading times. Now this is the important bit. It says one omission from the discussion regarded a potential follow-up to Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. Now remember, this was posted in February, so it's current to a certain extent. The company originally planned to release a new golf game every other year, but it appears now the series has been put on the shelf. The McIlroy game was heavily criticised at release because of its lack of content, and unsurprisingly sales numbers disappointed. The loss of the license for the Masters, which I think is probably one of the most devastating blows to that game, hurt a great deal, and there were only 9 licensed courses and 12 real golfers. More were added post-release, but by then the damage was done. The lack of natural ways to generate digital revenue in a golf game is likely another big factor for why a sequel isn't coming in 2017. I'll just add that again. The lack of natural way to generate digital revenue in a golf game is likely another big factor for why a sequel isn't coming in 2017. Now, as I say, this article was written on, I think it was February. Was it the 5th of February or early February? Where is it? There, 2nd of February 2017. So that's basically stating that there's not going to be a release of PGA Tour in 2017, which I find that hard to really believe. Let's hit a little wedge out of here. Oh, nice bunker shot.
That was superb.
So I find that quite interesting, and that's the first place that I've actually seen it in black and white, kind of written down, that there's not going to be a PGA
All right,
Tour
let's take a peek at the
release.
scorecard.
And I find that actually
And that'll
quite...
keep you at 1 under for the round.
I don't know, that's the first time I've actually seen it in black and white. So, is it true? I mean, are they not going to release a PGA Tour this year? I mean, I don't know, it's been 2 years since the release of the last version, and I think it really needs...
Okay, here we go.
I mean, since that game dropped, they've had all that time to basically look towards the next one, getting ideas out. And they've been like 2 years, maybe not 2 years, but I mean, since EA Sports PGA Tour, Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. Since that kind of went, okay, we're not putting any input into this game. I mean, they've had a year at least to get something together.
It's looking good.
But I don't know, I find it very hard to believe that there's not going to be a game coming out. I mean, something may come out, but that's the first time I've seen it where it says there's not going to be a game out in 2017. Which I find really quite interesting. I mean, it's important to think that the Golf Club 2 comes out next month, which, I mean, I need to hit this 67, 64 lob wedge. So I find that really, really interesting, to the point where, I don't know, I think if EA Sports miss this boat, I mean, is that potentially going to be the end of EA Sports? I mean, it could be actually, because to me, I think the Golf Club is forging ahead. I think it's. I mean, I got asked the question, what game do I like? And I must admit, the more I play the Golf Club at the moment, the more I can see that the potential in the game. I think the game itself is just really, really good. Oh, I should have got that in. You know, just look at the whole factor of it, and there's so many things in it that just, it's the wee finesse parts that really make it good. And I just see a tougher game than the PGA Tour.
Got 1 under for the round.
But you know, the tournament atmosphere side of PGA Tour has always been its biggest plus, I think. But when the Golf Club 2 comes out and EA Sports don't release one this year, then I think I don't know. I just think it's a big mistake.
Well, just
if
letting you know it's a
out.
bit windy out there, so keep that in mind as you go onto the tee.
Because I'm a huge EA Sports fan. I mean, I've played EA Sports PGA Tour games from the very beginning when it came out in the Mega Drive. In fact, I've still got that copy upstairs with a working Mega Drive that I still play occasionally. It's just a great golf game, and it's had its ups and downs.
That was impressive.
I still think that PGA Tour ditching Tiger Woods was it needed to happen in a way, because Tiger Woods kind of sort of fallen off the. He's not. I'm not saying he's fallen off the golfing world, but he's not what he used to be, and I think dropping Tiger Woods was probably the right decision. But I think it impacted a lot of people in terms of golf fans, because there's a lot of people. I mean, when it was announced that Tiger Woods was no longer going to be on the cover and it wasn't going to be a Tiger Woods game, a lot of people, even before the game was even knew who was going to be on it or what was going to be in it, people were saying, "Oh well, I'm never going to buy PGA Tour again. That's it. It's the last I buy it." And I think that's why it gets such a big criticism and launch. I don't think it was a complete game. You know, that has to be said. It wasn't the best, but as I've always said, I've said it before in videos, the kind of core mechanics of that game were pretty solid. And even to this day, it still plays really
4
good.
feet. Let's do this.
The courses that they had were good. The graphics were nice. I thought the gameplay was good. The things that were lacking was it maybe could have had more golf courses. And you know, the tour mode could have been a lot better.
Nice.
And what else? The Masters, not having the Masters franchise again was probably the biggest killer in that game. And it'd be good. It'd be great if they got it back and they released a game like in July, and it had a fantastic tour mode. It maybe had some kind of story mode, tour mode in it.
Okay, 5th hole coming up.
Or just, I don't know, just a really in-depth tour mode gameplay. And I mean, it would just be fantastic. But according to that post, they're not going to release it in 2017. Now, whether that's true, I don't know. I think EA Sports need to release a game.
Good stuff. And you
You know,
have
they've
about
got the
180
basics of the game.
yards
They've got
or
that
somewhere
Frostbite
thereabouts.
engine PGA Tour 15. They could build on that quite easy. I mean, even if they rehashed it a bit, maybe, you know, added X amount of courses more, added the Masters, did all the major tournaments this year. If they brought out a game, it could still be potentially good. That's the thing, and they've had time to work on it, but I don't know. I mean, it's one of these things. Does EA Sports, do they know that they're under? Oh, that's a good shot. More hiccups. Does EA Sports know that they're on the
All
back
right,
foot
you're on the green
and they don't
now.
want to
Good
release
stuff.
it? Maybe they want to
For
wait to
the
see what the Golf Club
bird.
2 is like, and then maybe put more effort into bringing something out in 2018. But then that's 3 years a gap between that and PGA Tour 15. I think that's too much. I think you're going to lose a lot of people. I mean, I'm potentially like could just say, do you know what? I'm going to put everything into the Golf Club
That was awesome.
because I mean it is just a fantastic game. As I say, I bought this game
3
quite
under
cheap.
for the round.
I'm actually playing quite well if I'm talking. Maybe this is a new format. Maybe I don't need to overdub my videos. Maybe I just need to talk a lot more and play better. Could be a plan.
Okay, hole number 6.
But yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I think about EA Sports quite a lot. I think about the strategy and bringing a game out, and when they need to bring a game out, and it's now they need to bring a game out this year. So I don't really. In fact, this driver's going to get into that rough. We'll go with a 5 wood. I think they need to bring one out this summer. I think it's 2 years
Should be in
since
the
the last
fairway.
one. You know, I think they really need to bring one out because the Golf Club 2 is
This one's
potentially
looking
on
like
the
around
verge
220
of
to the
like,
pin.
I mean that door. There's like a door in the distance. It's got golf franchise, and at the moment, the golf club's in the same room as PGA Tour at the moment, and they're looking at that door and saying, right, I'm going to go through that door and take that franchise off of PGA Tour. If PGA Tour don't release one this year, I think that's going to be the case. I think it might not be the end, but they're on the back foot. 220. 14, it's almost playing 225. One behind 218. I don't know if a 3 iron is going to be enough. I might just put a little bit of loft on it. De-loft it, sorry. So, I don't know. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I just feel that they are going to release something. But as I say, that article is out there. It's the first time I've
In the
seen
rough,
where
but
it
close
said
to the
that
green. Let's chip this
nothing,
on
it's
the
not going
start
to get
button.
released 2017. I mean, is EA Sports just playing that off a little bit? Do you know what? I'm going to play a pitch, a chip shot here. I've been trying to work on my chip shot. I think we need to maybe go about half with this and let it roll. That's maybe a bit too much. Yeah, that was misjudged. Not going to lie, that was misjudged. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know where EA Sports is going. Get in the hole, not.
4 feet to the hole. You can do this.
But it's still interesting.
Nice
I mean, the
stroke
golf
on
club
that
has
one.
stepped in and has got an absolute superb game.
Sitting
I think
at 2
there's a
under
lot
for the
of
round.
there's things if they fixed with the golf club too that could make it probably one of the best golf games there's ever been.
7th hole coming up.
But I don't know. I really don't know where EA Sports is going. So what else can I talk about? That's me did the EA Sports piece. I watched the Players Championship last night. Adam Scott, I missed his. I think he struggled through 17. He put it in the water. I don't know what he did at 18, but he was 6 under par at one point. But it would be 2 leaders at 5 under par. Quite a good tournament. Garcia got a home run at 17, which was good. Who else? Dustin Johnson got an eagle on 16. I think he finished under par. I'm not. I kind of watched it. I kind of missed the end a little bit. I was doing a couple of things here.
All right, looking good so far.
But I'll be watching that tonight. I may even do the same. I don't know. I might live stream my versus the pros because I think it's a bit more interactive. I can watch it on my iPad and maybe just highlight if somebody makes a birdie or an eagle. I can actually highlight it there and then. So I might actually do 2 live streams with those 2 events. 87 yards. Now I've got a shot here. It's a sand wedge. Now I'm actually going to go a bit more. I'm just going to, because the wind's behind as well, I'm going to go nearer that.
Someone's gonna need to bite.
Should bite a little bit. So
That'll
actually,
play.
I've
Little
got
work to do, but nothing too bad. Okay, let's see what you
was
can
actually
do with
type
this
it
7-footer.
It's a yardage chart I've got. I did have rollout numbers for, like, say for instance, 6 irons travels, carries 168, and it rolls out 175. But that's on like a medium green, I think. I actually did a whole yardage chart from hitting on a green. It's firm and marks and soft, and the rollout distances are, you're probably getting plus 7 yards from a soft green to a firm green. And I might actually type some of this stuff out in a PDF or something, I don't know. But I've got like a lob wedge, sand wedge, pitching wedge, 9 iron. I've got all the yardages from like half and a full segment on the shot meter. And I might post those up if people want it.
Awesome.
You know, if you're looking for a shot that goes 81 yards, well, you can go to a pitching wedge.
3
and you
under
go
for the
up
round.
two full lines, gets you 81 yards, carry, basically. So I actually may post them up, I don't know.
Nice solid birdie on that last hole. We
Might
got
look
another
at
birdie in the
23
works
minutes.
here.
I want to keep this video under 30 minutes, so we'll probably just get to the 9th hole. And that might do it. 216, 210. 3 iron's going to pitch 207. I just put a bit of loft on it.
This one's looking good.
So I may post those yardages. Oh, look a bit. Oh, that was close to hole one, and it's actually going to get in the bunker probably. So I may post those up. But once you go, like for instance, a lob wedge, basically from the top all the way to like a normal shot, it's 40, 42, 45, 50, 54, 59, 64, 69. And 75 is the stock carry distance. When you start to go, when you de-loft it, it goes 99, 122, 145, 170, 184, 181. It starts to kind of come back, if you like. So it goes actually quite weird. And I actually did I not do lob wedge? So it goes 182 yards, carry, and goes 204 yards. That's at the bottom, like 246%. But really, the main use for that is to go like 75 yards and then go increments up half to full step. I'll maybe show you what I mean in the next hole, if it's possible. I didn't hit that chip hard enough. I'm trying to work on my chips.
Alright, nice little 2-foot putt.
It's downhill quite a lot. It's maybe not the best thing to do.
Almost had a birdie there. Just wasn't meant to be, I guess.
But
And
yeah, I
that'll
might do a
3
chart
under for the round.
because really, from I mean, you've got a lot of shots covered, like numbers wise. If you go down, I mean, there's like for instance, I've got 120 yards, 118, 116, 111, 99, 8. I mean, there's they all kind of mesh in together to give you a pretty decent spread of numbers.
9th hole coming up.
Here we go. Let's tee off. That's a par 5. Wow, that's quite an interesting layout. We probably could go over here. Should make that. We need to judge for the wind here. Get the windage.
This is a beauty.
Oh, just make the fairway. Right, 251. Do you know what? I'm going to lay up. What do we need? We got to the pin 251. So say if we hit this. I may modify this a little bit. I want a kind of like a half shot. Let's go 4 iron. Let's go 4. I want a kind of in between shot, maybe like 70, 80 yards, something like that. That may have went too far. Let's get it 50. Right. So there you go, 48 yards. Now we can hit a pitch. 45 yards, which is probably not bad. But we can go to a full shot. And if I look at, right, what have we got? 48 yards. Like winds like that. Let's just put a little bit of side on it here. Right. 48. I'll look at my chart and I've got 49 yards, 45. Probably go with the 49 because I think it's going to spin a little. So that's sand wedge. So let's go sand wedge. And if I go by my chart, we go 1, 2, 3, 3 and a bit, 3.5 of these lines. I need to redo this because I've lost my 1, 2, 3. So it's almost like playing right up there between the 49 and 61%. So let's hit this. So it's like a full shot.
That's going to have to hit something.
So we've got your should get backspin. There's a backspin. So you factor in the backspin. So you've got to maybe just add a little bit.
After all.
So there, that shot carried about 49 yards and spun back too. So it's different ways of playing a shot where you might hit a pitch in. I think a pitch depends what kind of control you want. Sometimes the pitch does bite in, but sometimes the pitch can carry it a little bit more.
Oh,
So I just prefer having all these numbers.
Too shabby.
But what I might do is I might
Very
actually
solid
take this
round
out
after
at
9.
some
Looking
point
fantastic.
and try and post it up. I don't know where I'm going to post it. I might post it in one of my videos actually, if you can maybe copy and paste it. But I'll just put it up in maybe one of my videos. Once I get time to do it, I'll put it up. So that's, I mean, we're actually 4 under par there. I'm actually tempted to just continue on. Because we're actually got a good score kind of running. Nah, I'm not going to bother. I might do it all off screen. But anyway, folks, as I said, I do plan to live stream today. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Bit of a ramble, bit of a talk. Going over yardages and everything as well. Some people may find that interesting, some people may want me to post that up. But I may do at some point. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you later. Bye.